Ito pong ano, no, yung sagot ng Vice Presidente, which has been described by some of your colleagues as a non-answer. Ano po yung implications nito dito sa gaganapin na impeachment hearings na magsisimula po sa March 25?
Well, since itong March 25 hearing natin is intended for presentation of witnesses and evidence, no? Right now, considering that the appreciation of the justice members to their answer is non-answer, it is as if wala pang na-raise na argument ang respondent against the allegations of offenses and grounds in the impeachment complaint, no? In other words, itong hearing proper na ito is another ample opportunity that is being given to the respondent. Question is whether or not she will avail of this opportunity to present her defense, no? Kasi dito sa answer, dahil wala nga siyang direct na allegations or responses to the offenses and grounds, that led to the declaration of sufficiency in grounds, no? So dito naman sa hearing proper, which is or which will be the basis of our determination of probable cause, the question is whether or not she will avail of this opportunity. If she does, then the justice members will be able to weigh between the evidence of the complainant and the evidence of the respondent in their determination of the existence of probable cause, no? Pwede ang maging decision ng some of the justice members will be against the declaration of probable cause. But in the event that the vice president or the respondent opted not to avail of this opportunity, ibig sabihin, isang ebidensya lang ang makikita ng justice members. That is the evidence of the complainant. And that evidence of the complainant will stand considering na walang evidence na nag-refute, nag-challenge, di ba? Nag-question. And in that case, there's a possibility that the justice members will be voting in favor of the existence of probable cause.
Okay. Iniisip ko lang po yung mga posibleng estratehiya dito nung panig ng Vice Presidente, no? Kasi kung ako naman yung Vice Presidente, bakit ako magre-refute at maglalabas ng aking ebidensya sa level ng House Justice Committee kung ang paniniwala ko, kahit ano pang gawin ko, meron silang numero para impeach ako. So I will just basically try my luck and perhaps I think I have better chances of getting a favorable ruling or siguro somewhere to that effect, no? Something to that effect kung umakyat sa Senado. O kaya kung
Yes.
dumulog ako sa Supreme Court. Hindi po ba?
That
Pwede
is a
kasing ganun ang
possibility,
iniisip nila.
Christian. Yes, that is a possibility actually, no? So that if in case the respondent will not be availing of this presentation of her defense during the hearing proper, in my mind, I think talagang ang anticipation nila is this impeachment complaint will be transmitted to the Senate. And perhaps you're correct on that perhaps their strategy is to address this impeachment complaint once it reach the upper house, which is the Senate, no? Where the trial will happen.
Kung magkakaroon ng trial.
Yes. Nakakapanghinayang lang, Christian, itong mga opportunities na to where there's a possibility for the respondent to convince the justice members, no? So, parang nawala yung opportunity dun sa answer because they did not address directly the offenses and the grounds, no? Tapos, if they will not be availing of this hearing proper, then they will be missing this opportunity again. That they may be able to convince the justice members not to vote in favor of probable cause. No?
Okay.
So
Pero
these
in the
are
meantime,
opportunities, chances na ma-dismiss sana ang impeachment complaint. But since they are not avail of these opportunities, I don't think that dismissal will be easy to achieve.
okay. Pero in the meantime, meron po kayong kapangyarihan para magpalabas ng ebidensya, hindi po ba? So let's talk about some of the allegations. Very, very serious, no? Yung alleged bank accounts containing millions, hindi po ba? So, doon sa mga hindi familiar sa proseso, saklaw po ba ng kapangyarihan ng Justice Committee sa inyong pamumuno bilang parte ng impeachment proceedings na pabuksan ng kanyang bank accounts? At mangyayari po ba ito pagpalo ng hearings?
This is my opinion, Christian. As a general rule, bank accounts are protected by bank secrecy law. But if you inquire into the exception to this bank secrecy law, dalawa lang yan. One is court order and second is impeachment cases, no? So ang question ng iba, pag sinabi bang impeachment cases, does it include the proceeding before the Justice Committee of the House of Representatives? My answer to that is yes. Why? We have a rule in statutory construction. When the law does not distinguish, we should not distinguish. When the law
Mhm.
does not provide, we should not provide. Wala namang sinabi dun sa bank secrecy law that exception applies only to the Senate. Wala ring sinabi dun sa bank secrecy law na yon na kasama ang House of Representatives. In other words, it's silent. It simply states impeachment cases. How
Mhm.
else will you consider the proceeding before the Justice Committee except for the fact that it is an impeachment case, no? So, in the absence of specific proceeding referred to in the exception of the bank secrecy law, it is really my humble submission that it applies to both the trial in the Senate and the proceeding before the Justice Committee of the House of Representatives. And
Mhm.
following that interpretation, Christian, it means that the Justice Committee of the House of Representatives has the power to issue subpoena these bank records, which as a general rule is covered by bank secrecy law, but by way of exception, you can actually look into that without violating the law.
But of course, the Vice President can always run to the Supreme Court and question that possible effort by your committee to have her bank accounts opened, hindi po ba?
Definitely, Christian. As a matter of fact, we cannot stop them because this is anybody's prerogative, no? To go to
Mhm.
the Supreme Court if they believe that there is an issue of constitutionality or there was grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction, things like that. As a matter of fact,
Mhm.
hindi lang dito sa bank secrecy law na to or sa matters concerning the bank records at any stage of the proceeding before the Justice Committee, they can actually go to the Supreme Court.
Yun nga eh. So, pero in the meantime, meron kayong kalendaryo dapat sinusunod, no? Pero syempre, a lot of people are expecting na magiging bakbakan yan eh. Every step of the way, pwede question sa Supreme Court yan. Pero specifically, kunwari dito po sa bank accounts, kunwari kinwestiyon sa Supreme Court, unless meron TRO, of course, the concerned agencies or banks are bound to
De-
provide the
Definitely,
details.
Christian. Definitely. As a matter of fact, it's clear under the rules of impeachment of the House of Representatives that the Justice Committee has the power to exercise these compulsory processes. Pag sinabi natin compulsory processes, it is the power to issue subpoena duces tecum for documents and the power to issue subpoena ad testificandum for compelling significant witnesses, no? So itong bank records na ito, pumapasok sa subpoena duces tecum and we will be exercising it by way of exception to the bank secrecy law.
Okay. Yung mga nagtatanong po, no, kailangan ba raw ng Vice President to physically attend the impeachment hearings or not necessarily?
Again, her presence during the hearing proper is her right to due process, no? Her presence during the impeachment hearing is part of her right to due process. In other words, whether she comes or otherwise is her prerogative or option. It's actually her choice whether she will attend or not. But the thing is, this is an opportunity for her to cause the dismissal of the impeachment complaint if, upon presentation of the defense evidence, she will be able to convince the justice members.